Hello and welcome to today's webcast, Make the Best Even Better. The Forbes magazine recently recognized Microsoft Dynamics Business Central as the best ERP system, and we would like to build on this success. Today, you will see an entire process on the sales side and how we support and improve it with our apps to make it even better. Firstly, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Kevin, and I've been working as a sales consultant at Simova at just over 3 years. I brought my colleague Kevin with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kevin. As Kevin already said, my name is also Kevin, and I'm currently the product manager at Simova, and I've been doing this for about 2 years now, but I'm at Simova for almost a decade now, and I'm happy today to show you some of the news that we have for our solutions and a whole process that we have built up regarding all our add-ons for Business Central.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. We have also brought an agenda for you. First, which products we will see today in the sales process. Secondly, then we will start directly with a live demo with Kevin. Afterwards, my colleague Kevin will summarize everything, and at the end, you will have, of course, the opportunity to ask questions, or you use the chat function. We will answer your questions after the demo. Okay, let's start with our products. Document Central. With our DMS, it is possible to store and manage documents in audit-proof way. We can also use automatism to improve the work process. Document dispatch. With our document dispatch, we can manage the entire output process. Download or classic email dispatch are possible. Of course, we can also use it to handle XML formats like PEPL or Xinvoice or Zugwert. Phone Connect, the direct telephony integration in Business Central with which we inbound and outbound calls can be handled. Business Portal. Here you can offer your customer the opportunity to create quotes, orders directly without having to write an email or a call with you. Customers can also download their invoices themselves. FlowPath. With FlowPath, we assist you with the entire process. In our example, we will follow the entire process from the sales quote to the posted sales invoices. Questions, informations, and tasks can be shared with users or with user groups. Posting routines can also be blocked. Here, the keyword process security. And the last app from us, QR Pay, with QR Pay allows us to print QR codes directly on our invoices so that they can be scanned by the invoice recipient and transferred directly in their banking apps. Yeah, that's it from my side, and I would now pass the ball to my colleague Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Kevin, for this quick introduction of all the tools that we will actually see now in today's presentation. And of course, what we'll do is we'll go right into a live system. We don't want to show you endless slides explaining the processes. I think that it's the most optimal way to always see stuff is going right in the system and actually showing it there. So let me do that. And I've logged on to another system here. So let me quickly pull that up. Wait a second. There it is. And okay. What we actually see here in this case is a Business Central where all of our solutions are integrated. And we've prepared a whole process that is sales sided. So a sales process where we go from a sales quote to a sales invoice. Please, if you have special areas that you work with, if you have areas from industry solutions or own tables and pages, please make sure to adapt what you see today to these areas, because everything that we see today can be adapted to other areas, because all our tools are freely configurable from the get-go. You can select which tables they work with, which pages they work with, and so on. So uh, don't get stuck on this sales process, but feel free to to interpret somehow and to maybe think about how you could use them in your use case. And what I want to start with is a simple call from from a business partner that we have. And what I'll do here is I'll pull up a really ugly looking tool. Please don't be discouraged by that. This is not part of the Phone Connect solution, which we'll show now. We'll just simulate a call with this window that we see here so that we don't have to interrupt our session fully. And I'll click on Make Call. And you see immediately on the bottom right side that a window pops up in which you see first glance information on the caller. So you are now able to react in a really professional way by greeting, for example, now Jacob Otto with his name. Um, and you see first information before even having to go to your system or asking the person that is calling. And all that information comes from the system. And now, as I accepted the call, you see here that Business Central actually opens and presents me with information from my system. So um, we see here now on this caller card which opened, which is actually specifically for the sales. So in other cases, in other departments, users would maybe see other information, but in my case, it's sales. So I'm able to see general information. I can make notes and comments. There's actually a call control within Business Central where I can control the call. And I can close this window now, and we see that the connection is still established here, and yeah, we don't have to leave our solution to take care of this call, and which we're doing at the moment. And we see sales information on the bottom right side, which allows us to dive deeper into different areas. For example, the caller here, Jacob Otto, wants us to send the table concept with the offer. He tells us that, so I'm just putting that within our notes and comments so anyone can retrieve that information in the end. And what I will do is I will go straight into the quotes, because and this is a highlight from my perspective for the Phone Connect solution, because as soon as I go into here, I don't have to filter uh, for the for the quote number, for example. I don't have to ask Jacob Otto this. I can literally just go into a filtered list and straight at, during our call jump into the quote, give him information, and I save a lot of time and of course my own nerves within this process. So within this quote, now I can give him some information and I can, yeah, send out this one more time. But what I want to do first of all is I want to pick the concept of the table that we actually have. So we have a table which we sell him here. So we put in a table concept here. This is actually chair, but don't mind. I think you get the memo here. And what you can do is you can first of all select a content type, and yeah, then you have a metadata below that, and this metadata is yeah basically descriptive keywords which are given to the document straight from Business Central. So we don't have to put that data in ourselves in any type of way. So what I'm going to do is I'll click OK here. And this is now stored in our Document Central solution. So now we switch the perspective. We are not on Phone Connect anymore, but we are looking at the Document Central solution where we have now stored the concept. And now if we want to, while the call is still going on now, we could be able to, with one click, simply just generate the report and send out this quote one more time. And it will have now attached the respective concept that we just stored. And this is all done with the document dispatch solution, which is our sending solution. And we see that this has now been sent to us and it has all the information that we need. Um, we could be able, of course, to use the standard Business Central sending, but document dispatch is way more intuitive in really being able to get what you are trying to send and also in being able to set up what you are trying to send. So for this customer especially, it knows to attach the table concept because we have configured in the background that concepts should always be attached. General terms and condition we send as well as the quote. It will put data from from in this case the quote itself inside of the email template. But again, this is completely adaptable wherever, whatever area you work with. It will fill the data you need. It will fill the right attachments you need. And it also has all sorts of different ways to send out. It's document dispatch. It's not just document email dispatch. So there's a lot of ways to have outgoing documents. And the same goes for if we look above in the Document Central solution. The same goes for that solution. So there's a lot of ways, not just drag and drop. In that case, you might be able to just work with the attachments. But in our case, we have a lot more ways to store documents. We have, for example, an app which you can provide to your end customers, and with this app, they can send you the documents, and they will automatically be sorted to the right process, to the sales quote in that case. Um, we have barcode scenarios where the barcodes are attached on documents, so they are put back to the system. We could, of course, archive reports automatically. So there's a lot of different ways that we can work with. The solutions are really flexible. But immediately from the get-go, we see here that the coworkers are with this really relieved because they have everything in one place. They have the outgoing process here. They have the management of the documents here. And you will also see how this supports in the end in further processes that will come up. Um, if you didn't know, we currently still have a connection established. We are still with the phone connect solution within this call. So let me now close this because we're basically done. All the information around this call will be saved in my Business Central system, so I can always retrieve it and never have to leave the solution for that. And now I just again, imagine I'm the person from sales. I'll again jump into our last quote. And in the meantime, of course, in the background, also the sales quote itself that we have sent out is archived in our system. So we have everything in one place. And now what I want to do is, because we were able to so professionally greet Jacob Otto, he was like, okay, these people are so nice. I have to order this. So of course he ordered it, and now we can make an order out of our quote. And I'll open this order immediately. And the first thing that we see here on the right side is again the document dispatch. And that document dispatch has one sending set to pending. And pending basically means there's like a queue which can be viewed at any point in time. I can do it from here. I can do it in a whole way so that I see all the queue entries. And this queue entry is on pending. And I've configured from my company to send everything out maybe at 6 in the evening or at the end of the week. I can set it up however I want to. In my case, I have this job queue running every minute, so it shouldn't take too long to actually send it out. So now that I have hit F5, it has sent out the document to the end customer, in that case to Jacob Otto, and it's simply just the order confirmation. And furthermore, let me focus on that a little bit, because the huge benefit that we have here is a full automation of the process. I don't have to take care anymore in any type of way on how I send out my documents because the system simply takes it over for me. And especially for cases like order confirmation, I would advise using things like these, because if you get an email from, for example, Amazon, they will not have someone sitting there and sending it to you. They know the benefit of automating processes like these. And furthermore, if I continue going to Document Central, we see that there are already documents, but I just made this order. So how are the documents? And what we have is a process integration, so that all documents from previous processes are also shown in later stages of whatever we are working with. It's not only in the sales process, also in purchase or in industry-specific processes. So in my case, everyone that goes in the end to, for example, the posted sales invoice that we can create for this order, everyone, for example, from finance in that case, will see all the documents. We are now in the operative. We can see the sales order and see all the documents that sales has put here. So I immensely benefit from that, and I can retrieve all the information I need. Yeah, at a glance. Okay, so now that we have done this, we have basically, yeah, everything around the documents. My order has been delivered as well, everything that I wanted to do here. So what I can now do is post this. Okay, I cannot post this as I see because it says that there's still critical entries in flow path outstanding. And flow path actually is the next solution that we take care of or that we are using. And this is no coincidence, as you might have realized, because my colleague in the within the process that we are at, my colleague actually asked a question over the flow path solution to me. And flow path, as explained in the beginning, is a tool for distributing questions, information, and tasks around the whole company. At the place where you actually need it, which is Business Central. You don't have to go to an external platform to ask someone questions. And the immense benefit of this is that everyone can retrieve that information at any point in time. So now there's a question asked by my colleague Kevin Plugger. And the great thing about this is if I now give an answer, everyone can retrieve it. So if I ask something on Teams, this is not an information that everyone has. It can get confusing really quick, but here it's process related. So I only have to, of course, I have to first put in an answer. In this case, there is no difference between the addresses, so I can simply answer this. The status is answered, so now I have to wait for Kevin to accept this. And in the end, we can continue with the process because we have answered anything. And this can be done with information. This was a question in that case, but this can be done with tasks and information as well. Certain tasks maybe have to be done before I can finish this process in which I am at the moment. So now that this is a finished entry because my colleague has accepted it, I can go and post, but I want to do it a little bit differently because we as a company, we don't actually always post something order by order or invoice by invoice. We of course do multiple at once, so we have a batch posting. So I'm gonna navigate into our sales orders right now, and let me, for example, pick out this one, and I actually wanted to create a few more, so let me do that real quickly. Should have done that before this, but I think it will go very quick, so I can demonstrate what I want to show to you. Because basically, in the end, what you want to do is, having a process safety. And with the document dispatch solution, which I'm going to show in a second, we guarantee that process safety. So let me make one more order. Or let me, for example, make two more. Or let me pick another item. This one is a fitting one, like this. And then I'll make one for a third customer as well. Oh, this is the wrong item again. Like this. And now what we can do is post a few for different customers at once, because I wanted to present you in that case what exactly happens. And if I now go ahead and post these, The document dispatch solution will, for every single entry, realize that sending is activated for the invoice that I now want to send out. Invoices are, as I said, a bit more sensitive. So there is a hub, an overview where I can take a look at what exactly is about to be sent out. And in my case, we see that two invoices are sent out as Zugwert, which is an electronic format which is used in Europe widely, and also PEPAL, which is like an international standard even. So you see that we also have these electronic standards which can be sent out. Um, where exactly the right attachments are created. And we have this beautiful overview here where we can really check the sending. And actually, in this case here, there was insufficient configuration for email sending, so I can check this and make corrections and then yeah, send this again. But in my case here, we have now posted, and the system really presents me with all the information that I need. The different records, for example, here for fine art, since I have marked two invoices, it will also combine those into one email. So this is one email entry. And we can make changes here. We see the email body, as you've seen in the preview before. We can even look at the documents which are in here, which is a really, really great way to have this process safety on posting and still automating the sending. I don't have to do this one by one. I just get this overview. I can fly over it really quickly, hit OK, and my documents will be sent out of my system. So now we have done this whole process of yeah, first getting a call, managing that call, being able to react professionally, um, going into the sales quotes, having the different tools here, document dispatch and document management, to really ease my handling on documents themselves. Um, I wanted to show you one more thing, so let's hope that the invoice is here, sent to me. Okay, no, in this case, not yet, but I can simply yeah, show you, for example, if I go to the posted sales invoices themselves, I can show you a different way, because if I now, for example, mark to again, and I hit, in this case, we can use the multi-send, which opens the same page as before. And as you see here within the email body, there's different QR codes. And there's two more great features that we have, which you can utilize for yourself, which is on one hand, if you are yeah, willing to integrate or give your customers an easier way to pay stuff, then you can use our QR Pay solution. And QR Pay is our way of having it really easy for your end customers to just whip out their phones, scanning this QR code, and their banking app will actually have then all the information pre-filled that you need in order to pay it. So it's a really quick way, and all customers or end customers love it. It's a huge satisfaction if you have this in place. It's a satisfaction for me as well if I'm able to do this, if I receive an email or receive a document which has this QR code on it. And you can simply scan it and pay it. And you could, as I said, integrate this as well on the document itself so that the report has this QR code. And it's for a really small amount of money, you can really, yeah, advance the yeah, satisfaction that your end customers have on paying. And there's actually a polling going around as well, and a poll asked about how much or if this is a simplified process if you have it like that. And of course, most end customers voted in favor of payment methods like these. So feel free to integrate it. It's really easy and set up in 1 minute. Actually, we have a video on our YouTube channel around that as well. So yeah, you can look at the QR code or the QR Pay solution as well. And the second QR code, also really interesting. This is more yeah, in together with our Document Central solution, so for managing documents in the system. And that is an own app that you can provide to your end customers to receive documents. They will receive this email, they will receive their invoice, and if you need additional documents from them for any type of reason, or if it's another process than invoices, for example, just use this QR code that you see here, or they can scan this QR code with the app that you have provided to them, and they can just scan documents with their phone. The phone actually has a scanner then, so it can function as a scanner. You don't need a full-blown scanner, which is often connected with a printer and stuff. You don't need that. You can actually just pick a document, hold your phone over it, scan the document, and it will lead to the documents being sent back to you and actually being stored in Document Central to the right process. So if it's for a certain order, the documents will be stored behind that order. So that is also, in my case, or in my perspective, from my perspective, the most modern way there is to receive documents from your end customers. Um, yeah, this is a quick a quick introduction into those two QR codes that we've seen in the sending process. I will now cancel this and go actually to our last solution. Because what if you don't want any of the stuff that we've done now having to be managed by yourself? If it's picking up a call and having to talk to the customer, if it's something like, well, providing information by sending out documents, or yeah, as I said, being having to contact the end customer yourself. And for that, we have our business portals solution, which is a freely configurable portal. So let me actually, if I now open this one more time, it should open the login button again, login screen again. And this portal can be provided from you to your end customers. So if I log in with basic demo data here, of course, we also have two-factor authentication. We see now a dashboard, and that dashboard has all information that you, as in this case, the Kronos company, wanted to present to their end customers. Anything that we see here is freely configurable from Business Central. So this is no set information that is shown here. We can't only say, okay, it's invoices and it's reminders that we can retrieve here. We can set up what we want to show. We can set up the tables, the pages of the fields, all the information, and also the visuals, how it looks. So there is a really special approach onto having a portal. Um, and this way, your customers can go in here and manage themselves. They can look into orders, look into planned deliveries, for example, um, download invoices. If I now go in here, we immediately see the invoice that we just created, and the end customer can go in here and simply download it. And the same goes for any type of yeah, information that I want to present, for any type of document that I want to present. So feel free to think freely what type of information or what type of business process do I want managed with my end customers. Now I say business process. Also processes can be managed through here. Receiving documents, um, placing an order, for example, which is, I think, also the most common process. So different stuff, and we can freely decide what we want to show here. And also, as you see, we can integrate something like Power BI reports. So if you want more in-depth information, like here on this purchase amount overview that we have here, there's information from Power BI, which is shown filtered to my end customer. So he sees his own data, which I have in my maybe already existing Power BI reports. So really great tool here to ease your work immensely. And this goes for all our solutions. So yeah, let me maybe do a quick summary of what we've seen. We've seen the Phone Connect solution, the Document Central, Document Dispatch, a solution for paying with QR codes, this portals solution, and also a small workflow solution for handling tasks, information, um, yeah, tasks, information, and questions, all within Business Central. And it really, really makes the best ERP solution even better because it handles all those processes, automates them, puts them all where you need it, which is Business Central itself. And they also have this high degree of flexibility, so all your own areas, all your own processes can be managed with them. In the end, you save time, And with time also you save money. So yeah, the return on investment on the solutions is also really, really quickly reached. And with that, let me quickly give my word also back to Kevin because now I see we have reached our time as well.
Okay, thank you, Kevin, for the quick live demonstration and the quick summary. Yeah, I think we were able to see how we improved the standard, and now we have the time to answer your questions. If there are no questions, you are welcome to ask us later via mail or via call. Yeah, let us wait maybe 1 minute for the chat. Actually, currently I cannot see any questions, so I think we have made a good job. Okay. Yeah, okay. Then thank you for your attention and have a nice day.
Thanks a lot. Nice day from
See
myself
you.
too.
Bye.
Bye.